Bulletcast for life.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bulletcast, the only sports and recreational podcast that is simply just too sweet. I'm your host, Philip Antwine, and I am the Mamba Raja. I'm joined in the studio today, as always, by Mr. No Days Off, the Enforcer, the Matt to my Nick Jackson, Brandon.
How's it going, Phil?
How's it going, man? You ready to talk some pro wrestling?
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. All
Mm-hmm.
right, so let's get right into it. Outside of the ring, Trisha Paytas, she is a YouTuber, and she put up this video about her getting stood up by a date, and then she put up another video saying WWE fans suck, and the person who stood her up is none other than Dolph Ziggler.
I have no idea who this chick is.
I saw the link on Facebook, so I clicked on it, did my research. Yeah, so she's this YouTube personality. Um, People were calling her a whore and a hoe and a whole bunch of things, and she's on the heavier side.
Well,
So
Ziggler did date Amy Schumer, so
yeah,
does she look like Amy Schumer?
I mean, I I'm I'm not really, nah, not really, but yeah, and then one of the more controversial things that she said was that Ziggler's leaving wrestling after this year.
I mean, I'm okay with that. As I said, I don't think there's anything really for Ziggler to do anymore because he's basically been 50-50 booked into the ground and he can't really be a top star anymore. So I would like it to, so like, does she be just done forever? Because I'd like to see him go on the indie scene and maybe do a couple things. Be like
Go
Cody
meet him at
Rhodes.
APW.
Yeah, see, because he's only known WWE wrestling as in terms of just working there. So
Yeah,
I'd like to see if he can do anything outside of WWE.
I would like to see if he can do anything outside of WWE also. This is I looked her up. This is Trisha Paytas.
She looks like a doll.
Yeah. How's that for you?
Hmm.
This that's her, ladies and gentlemen. Um, we'll see where we go with that. Cody Rhodes no longer works with Impact Wrestling TNA. He finished his dates months ago, apparently.
Yeah, I've heard he's basically he's an ROH guy now.
Yeah,
That's the number
June
one company he's gonna be
June
with.
23rd. My boy Cody, the champ. All right. Harley Race breaks both of his legs.
I didn't hear that he broke his legs. I just heard he had like a fall or something.
No, he broke both of his legs. I hope he gets a speedy recovery. Harley Race, no. 1994 WCW Hall of Famer, WWE Hall of Famer.
The King.
Yes, seven-time world champion. January 1st, 1975, he won the United States title, the first ever U.S. champion. So I hope he makes a very speedy recovery. Harley
Shout
Race.
out to Harley Race.
You know, the high knee that Hunter does, and that's pioneered by Harley. John Cena returns on the 4th of July. What what better date, right?
I mean, nothing's more American than John Cena.
And since given who our WWE champion is, you know what this means, right?
The Great White Hope is going to come and save us all.
We're gonna get into all that. Mick Foley turns 52 today.
Happy birthday, Cactus Jack.
King of Hardcore, Dude Love, Mankind, Mr. Sacco. We we appreciate you.
Hmm.
7 years ago today, the Nexus debuted.
Okay.
The Nexus.
I don't really care
That
about
that,
the
that was a good faction.
And then John Cena beat all of them.
Don't get me started.
The only real success story is Daniel Bryan.
All right. Also, Taylor Hendricks. Today is her 28th birthday. Happy birthday to her because
Apparently somebody likes Taylor Hendricks.
she's
I
nice.
really don't care, to
If
be
we go back
honest.
to a couple weeks ago with the whole hottest women's thing, and yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
to each his own.
All right. Um, what? Let's talk about the top five worst wrestling themes of all time.
Okay, so
Oh, he
I I,
he has a
I, I
list.
I come prepared,
He has a list.
you know. So I got like the best of the worst. So like ones that are so bad they're good and you love to hear them. So I got
Best of the worst.
yeah I got the American Males WCW theme.
Ew,
So American Males, American Males.
that sounds
It's a
terrible.
great song. Apparently he didn't even know what it was, so we had to play it for him last week. We were talking about this topic. So you're welcome for me opening up your eyes to the American males. And then Steven Regal's first WWF theme. He's a real man's man, you know what I'm saying?
That's a great song.
Squeezing oranges, making his own orange juice with his bare hands. That's a real man right there. So those are the bad themes that I love. And the bad things that I hate, Brie mode. Brie Bella's theme
Are you
song.
kidding me? Primo.
No, that song is annoying as all hell.
That song is great.
No. And then Yoshitatsu.
Yeah,
Some
his theme was really
Japanese electronic mumbo jumbo. I don't know what was going
terrible.
on.
Mumbo jumbo.
I don't know what's going on with that. And then one that is just really bad, but I kind of appreciate it because it matches their gimmick quite nicely is Right to Censor. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it's just alarms going off and a warning sound like for however long it takes them to get to the ring, like 2 minutes, and it's just the most
Oh yeah,
annoyingest thing
I
in
have
the
heard
world.
that.
And there's a bunch of them, so you might hear it 3 times during a Raw or something like that, and it just really pisses you off.
3 times during a Raw.
Because they had what? They had Val Venus, they had The Good Father, and Ivory. So, they kind of would stretch it out and have 2 matches or 2 appearances during Raw or something like that. And, yeah.
I mean, for me, Great Khali, his theme songs were terrible.
I don't know. They're a little catchy.
No, I'm just not a Khali guy. I didn't appreciate it. The
Okay,
Mountie.
Okay, just because I picked the American males theme doesn't mean I love the American males.
I mean, the Mountie. That theme was really terrible. Who else? Red Rooster. Terry Taylor. That was terrible. Disco Inferno wasn't really all that great either.
So basically anything during the early 90s WWF with all those stupid characters.
All right.
Bastion Booger.
Yeah. Who else? Alicia Fox's theme really isn't all that great either.
I just fast forward through Alicia Fox matches, so I don't really pay attention to it.
Kung Fu Naki. What was up with that?
I didn't even know about Kung Fu Naki until I did my research, and people were talking about how racist that thing was, and I was like, yeah, that was really bad.
Oh, Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm just
I will
joking.
fight you right now.
I always put over Shinsuke, alright? I always put him over, okay? We're good. Alright, speaking of music,
We're talking about great music now.
where does the Doctor of Thugonomics rank among the greatest rappers of all time? I mean, in the rap game, we've had Eazy-E, we've had the NWA with Ice Cube and MC Ren, we've had Tupac, we've had Biggie, Nas, Ice-T.
You're gonna put Ice-T in the conversation of greatest rappers of all time.
I really can't do that. Kanye, Eminem. Where does John Cena rank among all these people?
I love John Cena's rapping. Unfortunately, I couldn't put him in the top 5. He's just kind of outside the top 5. I'd say he's the number 2 greatest white rapper of all time behind Eminem. Because, You Can't See Me, his debut album, that's right up there with the Illmatic from Nas. A great debut album, one of the greatest albums of all time. And you can hear, whatever his theme song is for, decades to come because it's such a great song. And unfortunately, he just hasn't had a real album since then to really vault him up and have the nice array of music that, Biggie, Kendrick, Tupac has, or Jay-Z. And,
Yeah.
He's kind of built his brand kind of like Jay-Z.
I mean, there was a song off the You Can't See Me album, Right Now. Check that one out. It was
You Can't F With Us. That's a great song, too.
that
John Cena.
that is a very
Can't See
interesting
Me.
song. The right
He came back at a retirement and laid down that diss track against The Rock in 2012. Straight fire.
Yeah. No, but the Right Now song, it was really like corny, but it was good corny. And then
There's nothing corny about the Doctor of Thugonomics.
Then of course his songs with Wiz Khalifa, Breaks and All Day for
Mhm.
the WWE 2K15 video game. So I'm giving it
Fuego.
uh
Fuego.
they should have never let Cena spit with Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
He's all day, fam, hotter than a sauna. You talk about Chi-Town, he's more common on your corner. Cena's words, not mine. But Cena, if we have to give him a number, where does he rank? Seriously.
Maybe he's like 8 or 7.
Really?
He's right up
You're
there.
putting him that high.
That high. That debut album was just so good. I can't.
I mean,
I illegally burned that CD in middle school from this little Asian girl named Christy. Shout out to Christy. I don't know if you're listening, but she had the album and she burned it and she gave it to like all the wrestling fans in Miss Romero's class.
Mero?
Romero. I
Oh,
forgot what her name
I
was.
thought I heard Mero. I was like Mark Mero.
No.
No, but I mean, if you really have to look at it, like for me, Pac, Biggie, and then all these other guys, I'll put him in the 20s.
The 20s?
I'll put him in the 20s.
Is he the second greatest white rapper of all time?
He's the first.
Even better than Eminem. I can't put him over Eminem. I love
No, you
Eminem.
can't put him over.
I can't put him over Eminem.
I mean, it's like in terms of
And
white rappers.
Lil Dicky's coming for the crown too. You don't know about Lil Dicky?
I know.
Lil Dicky.
Not impressed.
I will fight you right now.
But if I'll do Eminem. I'll do Cena.
There you go. See, we agree on something.
And then what about Marky Mark?
No, Lil Dicky is the third greatest white rapper of all time.
Okay, Cena, Lil Dicky. What about Vanilla Ice though? Ice Ice Baby?
Lil Dicky. All day.
Is he after Lil Dicky? Who's after Lil Dicky? Vanilla Ice or Marky Mark?
Mac Miller, Action Bronson.
Mac Miller, Action Bronson. Yeah. So Cena.
Shout out Action Bronson, wrestling fan.
I'm not gonna go into it, but yeah, I'll put Cena in the 20s for the for the rappers.
Yeah. If you guys disagree, email us, tweet
Yeah,
us.
Instagram us, but we're gonna get to all that later on.
You guys are wrong though. Cena's the GOAT.
Yes. All right. Our WWE weekly challenge, the 20-week challenge that we're doing, week 2. Who is a woman's wrestler or woman's wrestling personality that you miss, that is no longer with us?
See, I asked you, and you didn't tell me, and you're just gonna spring these questions on me, and I have no time to think about it. I like to be,
This
nice.
podcast is like Vince Russo booking. It's spontaneous. You never know what's gonna happen.
So basically, we just pick a dead girl. That's basically what you're asking me, is to pick a dead person.
I didn't write these rules.
These are very morbid rules. The first 2 questions are about dead people.
I mean the next 3 to 20 they get better. But for me, I'm gonna go Miss Elizabeth. She was the first lady of professional wrestling, the original first lady of professional wrestling. She was gorgeous, and when she got in the NWO, she was looking mighty nice.
I'll go with Sensational Sherry.
I knew it.
Because, I mean, honestly, there's not that many women to pick from that I can think off the top of my head.
What about Moolah? What about Mae Young?
They're old. They weren't taken from us early.
Mae Young was taken from us way too early.
I mean, she promised to have a match every decade she lived in.
And she did.
So when she turned 100, she was gonna have a match. Maybe she could have been in the first ever women's Money in the Bank match.
I mean, she got like power bombed through a table at like 78 years old. Let's not push it.
She drinks her milk. She got those strong bones.
R.I.P. to Mae Young, Moolah, Sherry, Elizabeth. All right, let's get into why we're here. Extreme Rules happened this past Sunday.
Yes, it did.
All right, so let's get into it. The Extreme Rules kickoff. Kalisto beat Apollo Crews.
I didn't watch it.
Now, let me tell you something.
Shout out to the Warriors. 2-0. We better take that crown.
Are they playing tonight?
Yeah, they're playing tonight.
They're in Cleveland, right?
They're going to the land and they're going to whoop down the Cavaliers. They're going up 3-0.
Actually, you know what? Last year, the night that they lost the championship was Money in the Bank, Game 7. And Game 7 again is happening on the same day of Money in the Bank this year.
Well, they ain't going 7. Warriors in 5.
This is like a wrestling storyline, Warriors and Cavaliers.
Warriors in 5.
We'll get into that after this. No, but Apollo Crews did something that I've wanted him to do for a very, very, very long time. He did something athletic and smiled about it sarcastically. That's all I've ever wanted from Apollo Crews. Now I care. I'm on board with the Titus brand now. That's all I've ever wanted. This was a pretty good match, so I liked it. I cared. I cared about Kalisto for a little bit. And if you know me, I don't care about that little speck, but I cared.
Whoa, you gotta watch your language. That's a racial slur.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. It says no profanity on here, which I don't know why, because we've been promised radio airtime, and I still haven't seen it.
I know.
So I don't know why we have no profanity.
I didn't care about Rey Mysterio Jr., okay? But I did for that moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are once again in the era of awesomeness because The Miz is a 7-time Intercontinental Champion, and we are on the comeback tour once again. This was a good match.
Mm-hmm.
They got about like 20, 25 minutes. Congratulations to Miz on the championship.
And they played up on the disqualification rules, like I already said, even though they should have done that like in the very beginning. But it's whatever. And then the referee, John Cone, looked like a complete idiot. Do you really think Dean Ambrose would just run up behind you and hit you for no reason whatsoever?
He's a lunatic.
And then
We don't know what he's gonna do. He's unhinged.
and then he goes and he's gonna disqualify him. And then he sees, oh, Miz hits him with the Skull Crusher finale when he's gonna disqualify him anyways. And then he goes to pin him. He goes to count the 1, 2, 3. Like, why don't you just disqualify him in the first place if you really thought he hit you on purpose? I mean,
Yes.
this Extreme Rules pay-per-view kind of didn't really follow good rules or didn't make much sense sometimes. Like, especially during the Hardys match. We'll get to that.
Yeah,
That
we
really
will get
pissed
to
me
that.
off, too.
All right. Rich Swann broke the curse. He won in his hometown.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. Rich Swann and Sasha Banks, they defeat Fox and Noam Dar. Moving on. Alexa Bliss retains her Raw Women's Championship against Bayley. This was pretty much a squash match.
It was. Bayley once again looked like an idiot because
Bayley can't be hardcore.
like the very first moment of the match, Bliss basically says, "Oh, Bayley, you go take the kendo stick," and Bayley runs up there like an idiot, and then Alexa Bliss takes her down. Like, you didn't think that was really gonna happen, and then Bayley has the moment to use the kendo stick. She hesitates, and then Alexa Bliss takes it from her, doesn't hesitate, beats the ever living crap out of her, pins her, and now Bayley's done for right now. I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell they did, like what's their thought process of doing this, but Bayley needs a whole rebuild.
Yeah. Before that, the Drifter, he made an appearance. What did you think about that?
It sounded a little like Pink Floyd.
I was digging it.
Dark Side of the
I
Moon.
want to walk with Elias.
All right.
I kind
I
of
mean,
do.
I thought he'd be a jobber by this point, but they're giving him a semi-serious push, so we'll see what happens
And
with him.
the bar setters, Sheamus and Cesaro, are tag team champions because they beat the Hardys in a steel cage match. What do you think?
I mean, I understand it. They just turned heel, so give them some oomph to give them a reason why they turned heel. But once again, the Hardy, especially Matt, looked like an idiot because there was a point when Cesaro was on the ground, Sheamus was getting out of the cage door, Matt was stopping him from getting outside the cage door when he could have just let Sheamus get out the door. Matt gets out the door right behind him, gets on the floor, and he wins. Like, that's what I don't understand about these stupid cage matches rules where they say you have to escape the cage. It's a cage. Win inside the cage. Win inside the cage. Just a regular match inside the cage.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
like when the match first started, the Hardy Boys were right next to the door. Why didn't they just run outside the door when they were fresh?
But they're
Like, it would make more sense if there wasn't a door. Because if you have that door, it just like is so obvious. Just run out the door.
yeah. Actually, the thing that Jeff he got out first, right?
Yeah.
And then why didn't Matt?
Well, they were going up at the same time, and then Jeff was able to get out, but Matt wasn't
Yeah.
able to get out.
No, but I'm saying like the close of the match, Matt got out first.
Jeff got out first.
No, I'm talking about like the close, like that final sequence. Matt was
Yeah.
pulling Jeff, right?
Yeah.
So technically Matt won.
No, but they said because Jeff re-entered in the ring, then technically he's back in the match.
All right.
Yeah. See, this is what makes no sense. Like, either have no door or lock the door to where
Okay,
you don't
Vince.
open the door. So the only way you can get out is going over the top. And then Sheamus and Cesaro had to, be really slow getting off that when like they could have just jumped halfway off.
Yes.
when
All
they
right.
coulda- Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Just I know you're gonna cut me off because I'm going long, but
no, it's
this match really pissed me off.
oh, get some
Fire takes out
Vince. He's heated.
here. I know.
He's coming for the throne, man.
Mhm.
Booking extraordinaire.
Yeah.
All right. So Samoa Joe defeats Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, and Bray Wyatt to become the #1 contender to Brock Lesnar and the Universal Championship in Dallas, Texas at Great Balls of Fire.
What a great name. And then that logo. You seen that logo?
Yeah, the logo resembles male.
It looks like a penis. I'll say
It
it.
resembles male reproductive parts. All right, there we go. What are your thoughts on this match?
It was a really good match.
Well, did you see when Finn kicked Roman in the face?
I love that.
I thought Roman was concussed. I was like, oh my god.
Take him out. But
Yeah.
they basically did the same thing they did on Raw, where Finn was gonna win, and then Joe comes in and steals the victory. which I really wanted Finn to
I
win.
mean,
I picked Finn to win.
I know last week I said Bray, but like when they first announced the match, I said Joe.
I mean, when I said Finn had the most to gain, but I think the second most to gain would be Joe. And so I am very appreciative of this match because I think this can be a great match, especially if they took a nice step forward on Raw. And
Oh yeah,
I think this can be a really good match
we're gonna
between
get to
Joe
that.
and Brock. So
Yeah, I really did like this. Seth, he looked good as always.
that frog splash though, hit him clean.
Hey, that's the Seth Rollins of old. That's the Seth I know. Bray, good heel work, you know. But Joe, he's really making it happen. I'm excited. Then we get to the Raw recap. Roman Reigns defeats Bray Wyatt.
Once again, a good match. Wyatt loses after saying how he's gonna, conquer the world and make everybody pay. And once again, Bray Wyatt doesn't keep the promise. And I know you want to keep Reigns strong,
Yeah.
but would it kill you to have Bray Wyatt win a match? Like, let him cheat. Like,
Actually, I was watching sidebar. I was watching TLC 2014. Didn't realize Bray Wyatt won there. He beat Dean Ambrose.
good for him.
I thought he'd never won a match in like 2014. I was surprised. But yeah, Bray he can cheat, use his superpowers or whatever you got going on, man. Samson and Ambrose have a little scuffle.
Ambrose was not happy. He wanted his title back. And this was kind of the first time they really squashed Samson, just kind of throwing him away, not really doing anything.
I'm just trying to walk with Elias.
You go do that.
Or you can, if you want to get really like political, you can walk with Mamba. Walk with the Mamba Raja.
hmm
All right, moving on. Samoa Joe meets Paul Heyman.
This was fantastic.
This was really
One
good.
of the best segments of the year, in my opinion.
Samoa Joe, he gets him in the corner. He's like, "All right, look, I'm sorry.
Off mic, no microphones at all.
No, something bad's gonna happen to you right now. I'm gonna take my arm and I'm gonna wrap it around your throat, and you're gonna fade." Beautiful, beautiful heel work. I loved it.
Calm Samoa Joe is way better than screaming Samoa Joe.
It goes back to the old days, man. Like with Nick Bockwinkel. You know, he wasn't screaming as a heel. He was calm. He was cool. He was collected, and people they paid attention more. Even go back to Jericho in '08 with that heel run.
When you calmly say something almost as a whisper, you make everybody have to listen to you. But when you're just screaming and yelling, kind of like the Usos do,
It's an oos.
it's kind of a little too much, and you're like, okay, we get it. You're angry because you're yelling. But when you're just
Can I-
speaking calm, it's cool.
Can I call you oos?
Oh,
I got him to do it.
there you go.
Oh, Beth, I'm marking out right now. No, but yeah, maybe Bray should do this. Just be calm.
I mean, he does act calm. He just doesn't deliver in his matches.
I'm gonna get back to Bray after the
But Joe
whole.
chokes him out, and then Paul Heyman gets a call from the Beast,
You got a FaceTime from CM Punk.
and stuff's going down next
Have you
week.
seen that meme?
No.
They replaced like Brock with like a CM Punk FaceTime.
Shout out to CM Punk. He got eliminated from the challenge yesterday. I was so sad.
Wait, what?
I know. He got eliminated from the challenge. Second week for the guy's elimination, and CM Punk is gone. I don't know if I'm going to watch the show anymore now. Shout out to Lolo.
Lolo Jones.
hmm
She's
She's saving herself. She's 34.
yes, I'm excited.
You're excited. Okay.
Moving on. The Golden Age.
The golden truth.
I mean Goldust, he keeps improving, he keeps getting me there. You know?
I kind of want to see a Goldust squash match because I don't know when they're going to have this match, or they're going to build it up to Great
Yeah.
Balls of Fire.
And
But-
shout out to Goldust with his finisher, the final cut. It's a nice, simple, like little corkscrew suplex, but it looks nice.
Bring back Shattered Dreams.
Shattered.
You know what I'm talking about?
Dreams. Oh, I know.
So,
The-
our truth does his little thing.
Yes.
It's fine. They've kind of been talking for the last 3 weeks now, so I'm kind of ready for them to.
I think they're gonna go at Great Balls of Fire.
But I want to see a squash match
Yeah.
from Goldust before the match, just to show his new fire
Yeah, and Kalisto defeats Titus O'Neil.
once again. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I don't know if this is gonna lead up to Apollo Crews finally turning heel, but I like Titus. I don't like him as an in-ring talent, but I like him as a manager personality type thing.
Remember I was saying that Apollo needed the guy? I think Titus could be the guy.
Mhm.
All right. Enzo and Big Show defeat the Good Brothers. This was an interesting little exchange that happened on Raw today. I mean, yeah, Monday. This time Cass gets attacked, and they find a gold chain, and it could be Enzo, but realistically,
But do you really think Enzo would be able
no,
to take out
no,
Big
of course
Cass?
not. Realistically, that's not possible. So,
At first, I actually thought it was Neville.
yeah, when they
Because
showed him
I
out,
saw the hair and I was like, is that Neville?
I was like, who attacked Neville?
And it was kind of hard to see like the long legs because there's something on top of him. But
Yeah,
it was Cass.
this was really good. So now we're wondering like who's doing this.
Apparently, the revival we're seeing backstage again.
I did see
I
the
forgot
revival.
what promo or what it was, but the revival we're seeing again. I don't know where the gold chain came from.
I Were they seen when Ambrose entered the building? Was that
Yeah,
it?
something like that. Because
Yeah.
I was watching that in the Stanley Cup, so I fast forwarded that. So I didn't actually see it, but I heard about it.
Yes. Stanley Cup, huh? Hockey.
2-2. Shout out to Nashville. That's Lana and Rusev's team.
Is Chicago in there?
No,
What was Chicago's team again?
it's
The
the Blackhawks.
the Blackhawks. Yes. Shout out to the Blackhawks. All right.
This guy.
All right. Moving on. The Miz's celebration. This was a good segment.
They played up on those old wrestling tropes, which I liked. I
You
thought it was very funny.
you think Dean would have been in the bear suit, but he wasn't.
Which I don't understand. Where did that guy come from? Because Maurice didn't get him. Miz didn't get him. So where did that guy come from?
Ambrose got him.
I know, but where did he come from?
I don't know. The grandfather clock. That was funny. I enjoyed that. Shout out to the elbow drops from the Miz. Should that be his new finish?
Is he just gonna take everyone's finish, all the old timers finishers? He's already got the figure four.
I mean, he could be like Eugene. Eugene used to do that.
Well, I mean, Eugene was special.
Shout out to the special elbow.
Building up a little bit of tension between Maurice and Miz.
Yes,
Don't know
I like
if they're
that.
gonna build on that at all. If
I don't know where they're
gonna
gonna go with that.
thing.
And then Dean, I really did not know he was a cameraman.
I
That
mean,
that really caught me off guard.
I mean, once you see the cameraman wearing, a baseball cap in the middle of the ring, which never happens, you're like, that's definitely Dean.
I wasn't paying attention. I thought they all wore hats. I'm not gonna lie. I don't pay attention to the cameramen. But this was a good segment. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Then Alexa Bliss retains against Nia Jax.
Shout out to Alexa Bliss. I mean, but
Yes.
like, is this supposed to be a Nia Jax heel turn?
I mean, she's already heel.
I mean, both of them are heels. So who are we supposed to root for in this match? And I'm just gonna go.
Shout out to Mickey James.
I'm just gonna go off for Alexa Bliss because Alexa Bliss is my girl, and she's
my girl.
she's literally like,
Let's get that right now.
no, she's not. She's like twice the size. Nia Jax is twice the size of Alexa Bliss, which they actually said Nia Jax's weight, which I was quite surprised.
She's like 270 something, right?
They said 257.
Oh, she lost weight?
I don't know. I don't keep track of her
Yeah.
weight. So
she
anyways,
lost like 20 pounds. Okay.
I think
Shout out to you, Nia.
I think Alexa. I don't know if this is gonna be a Nia Jax face turn because she's kind of she's too nice and too pretty to be a mean girl. Like,
But she's not like most
her
girls.
gimmick is like she has beautiful eyes and she smiles. I don't really know what makes her so menacing about that.
Nia Jax.
But I think Alexa Bliss can be a good baby face.
Just shout out to Mickey James, and she was looking mighty nice on Raw.
All right, keep it in your pants.
Sorry. All right, Samoa Joe defeats Seth Rollins.
Fine. I mean, you want Samoa Joe to build up momentum going up against Brock Lesnar. Beats him clean. Well, not really clean. Bray Wyatt
The effect.
does his little screen thing, and Seth Rollins is all discombobulated, and Joe chokes him out.
Yep.
It is what it is.
I liked it. All right, moving on to SmackDown. The Women's Money in the Bank case is revealed. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be like pink or
I
something.
thought it was going to be pink as well, but I was like, they're not going to do that. They made it white. Looks very nice.
It does look nice.
I thought it was going to be a Coach bag.
All right, and then Lana. She finally makes her debut.
Her music is very catchy.
Oh, she has new music?
Do you not listen to the music?
When I turned on SmackDown.
I know you weren't listening to the music. You were too busy looking at Lana.
No, like when I turned on SmackDown, she was already in the ring. So I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
It's the same music that they do in those little vignettes.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But, everyone laughing at Lana. Lana wants to be in Money in the Bank. She doesn't get it.
She was like, Shane. All right, the Welcoming Committee defeats Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky Lynch with some help from Lana.
I mean, what is like the fourth match they've had in the past couple weeks now? They've had this match a bunch of times already.
Can I get in I want to see Charlotte Tamina one-on-one. I want to see something.
And Charlotte, is she really a face or is she just a heel teaming with faces?
Is she like a Stone Cold? Is she just neutral?
Because her promo with all the women in the ring wasn't really a face promo. The only real face in this match is Becky Lynch.
What about Naomi?
I'm talking about the Money in the
Oh,
Bank
the
match.
Money in the Bank match, yeah.
So, I mean, Charlotte was like, I'm genetically superior than all these other girls.
Well,
and
she is.
I'm gonna, whoop them all up. And I'm like, you're acting like a real bitch right now. I don't really know.
Whoa.
You can say that on TV. You can say it on TV.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't care. No profanity. Who cares?
You know the rule.
I don't give a damn.
You know the rule.
What?
You gotta cut a promo hyping a wrestler you don't like. Go.
Okay, shout out to Jinder Mahal. I know, apparently I've heard we got fans in India. Jinder Mahal, a great body, even though he has some back knee. That's just, he can't clean back there because he got those big old arms. That's why he's got back knee. That's not because he's been taking steroids. All right? Shout out to Jinder Mahal, the Maharaja, #1. I don't know why I did that. That was a little racist. I'm sorry.
India number 1.
Okay,
All right.
there you go.
All right. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to this woman's Money in the Bank. All right. Styles defeats Ziggler, gets one back over on him.
No more profanity. This was really stupid. Why do you have Ziggler beat Styles last week just to have Styles beat him again this week? Makes absolutely no sense. Styles should run through Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler doesn't mean jack. AJ Styles is the #1 guy in the
In the world.
in SmackDown right now.
In the world.
Yes, so
Let's get that right. All right.
this 50-50 booking really pisses me off.
All right. The Fashion Files.
It was actually probably one of the better ones.
Yes.
Which isn't saying much. It's probably might have been like the second.
We saw some romp hymns.
Mm-hmm.
Should we wear those next week? Some romp hymns?
No, I'm too big for that.
I'm getting like maybe like a nice little teal one and trimmed out in like magenta with some flamingos.
You do you, boo. Okay.
No, but it was good because the Fashion Police have a new case.
Mm-hmm. New case rocks.
Yes, because they're gonna find out if that day one is H.
Mm-hmm. And the cologne's cologne was not the cologne's cologne.
The cologne's cologne, yes. I enjoyed it. All right.
I appreciate their little hidden messages and their little whatever you call that thing.
I know. I saw like classy Freddie Blassie once. I was like, what?
Billy Kidman asking if the statutes of limitations
Wasn't Pat
have run
Patterson
out
in
yet.
there?
Something like that.
Yeah. All right.
And Enzo Amore is out of their restriction or whatever jurisdiction, which I thought was very funny.
Yes.
Since they're on Raw.
Yes. All right. The modern day Maharaja. Hashtag don't hinder gender. Hashtag don't hinder the gender. Gender hard body Mahal. The WWE World Heavyweight Champion defeats Mojo Rawley. I liked it.
I mean, he's the WWE champion. He should beat Mojo Rawley. Didn't even beat him clean. Still was helped. Which
he's a heel.
Exactly. I mean, that's his character really. He's a jobber who's gotten lucky because he got the two little Bollywood boys by his side. So.
Bray Wyatt was a jobber. He won the title.
Really? Bray Wyatt was not a jobber compared to Jinder Mahal. Compared to Jinder Mahal? Did Jinder Mahal ever main event a pay-per-view?
Yes.
When?
Backlash.
Before he won the title.
So, moving on.
Exactly.
Randy Orton's promo, how'd you like that?
It was fine. Just simple. Randy Orton, he's not going to talk that much. He's just going to make his actions do the talking. Just simple Randy Orton stuff, because that's basically his character. Is he's not going to be all hyped and everything like that like Mojo would be.
Yes. All right, and then
he shouted out Harley Race, so I don't know if he knows what's going on with Harley, but he said Harley called him to talk about the Maharaja.
Yes, I'm a Harley Race fan. Shout out to the king. All right, so the New Day defeat the Colognes, and then the Usos come out and roast the New Day. How'd you like that?
I really like the Usos cadence. I know I talked about them yelling too much, but I like their swag they got. They yell a little too much for my liking, but I like the voice they have, and the jokes they were they said Biggie's bra size.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie. I know this joke's like really old, but I laughed when they said Xavier Woods. What are those? I laughed out loud. I popped
I was,
for that one.
I know they weren't gonna say it, but I wanted a Paige joke. I knew they weren't gonna say it, but I was like, oh, they should say something like to that effect. I knew they weren't, but I can dream.
Look up, look down, down. Been making any videos lately? I don't know.
Shout out to Seth Rollins, the up, down, down Madden champion.
Oh, really?
Whooped AJ's backside.
Did not know that. Shout out to him. All right, so Baron Corbin attacks Sami Zayn.
Once again, Sami Zayn should just know if he's gonna do a backstage interview, Corbin's gonna come and whoop him.
Yes.
I don't understand why there's so many ladders backstage. I know it's Money in the Bank. They're probably getting ready, for ladders, but there were like 5 ladders backstage.
You gotta transport them, you know. All right. Naomi and Lana for the SmackDown Women's title at Money in the Bank has been announced.
This is going to be a barn burner of a match.
Will Lana surprise us? I know she's been at NXT having matches and training hard, but will she surprise us? Could she be what Eva Marie wasn't?
I mean, I don't really know what to expect because I'm not a big fan of Naomi's work. She's just too athletic for her own good. She
Yeah.
kind of tries to do all these different things that don't look good at all. Like those kicks where she does those rapid fire kicks. I hate those with a passion.
Oh man. Critiquing the in-ring work, huh?
Yes, because they don't look like they hurt one bit. Just do one good kick is better than those 10 little taps that she gives the
Yeah.
people.
Just one roundhouse kick right to
Yes.
the dome. All right. Shinsuke defeats Kevin Owens 3 weeks in a row.
Which I'm fine with. I already said Shinsuke needs to be shot to the moon, but I was mad that this was built at the end of the match because at the end of the show, because you could tell that this match was going to go
Yes.
whatever 12 minutes. So this wasn't what they could really do.
Yes. All right. And then Baron Corbin attacks Shinsuke. Typical heel work. All right. Our superstar spotlight of the week. I'm gonna go Samoa Joe.
That's what I was thinking too. Samoa Joe, great week this week.
Samoa Joe, yes. All right. In closing, why don't you tell us about our promo pick of the week?
So the promo pick isn't once again not a promo. It's kind of a training montage with Mean Gene and Hulk Hogan from the AWA
Yes.
going up to have a sort of a mixed tag type match with a manager and Hulk Hogan. And I forget who they're facing, but look it up on YouTube.
Yes.
Just type up Mean Gene and Hulk Hogan, and he's trying to cut me off because I think the camera's running dead.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I also have a promo pick of the week. I watched this yesterday. It's from NXT in 2012, the 42nd episode. Roman Reigns.
Is it the Watch promo?
No, it's not that one.
Okay.
It's Byron Saxton tells him to come out. Roman comes out in a suit looking like a first round draft pick. Tells Byron to get out of there. And Roman, this is probably one of the best promos I've ever heard from him. He said, and I quote, "Whether you like me or not, you're gonna have to accept the fact that the man around here is Roman Reigns." Starts spelling out his last name and then a nice swoosh underline. I really like that, so that was good. Go check that out. And then the closed match pick of the week, Brandon picked this. Mr. Wrestling Kevin Steen versus Shinsuke Nakamura, Ring of Honor World of Worlds 2014.
Yep. They kept saying that this was the first time they ever wrestled on the SmackDown show, but ROH was like, this happened once before. They
Yes, it did.
actually put this up on YouTube hours before SmackDown. So I know what you're doing, ROH. You're trying to show the big dogs, you can put on these great matches too. And this match was better than the SmackDown match. It still wasn't.
Course.
It still wasn't the, greatest match of all time. Like I know they can because this match was only like 15 minutes at the most. So if you give Shinsuke and Kevin Owens 30 minutes, 35 minutes, they can put on
An instant classic.
The greatest match of all time.
All right. Our sponsors, we are on Instagram now, ladies and gentlemen. Go check us out, The Bullet Cast on Instagram. We've gotten a lot of likes. We have got a like from a fan in India. Shout out to you. And our fan in Afghanistan, shout out to you as well. We're really making our way around the digital media world and just the world in general. We're international now.
Mm-hmm. We run the world.
Yes.
Like what Beyonce said.
Yes, and also real quick, last week I cut a pipe bomb on this podcast, and I need to let you people know that personal animosity should not be brought on to this podcast because you guys tune into this to listen to us talk about pro wrestling and our thoughts about the business. So I'm sorry for that. I will try to make sure that does not happen here again. And seriously, with 100% of my heart, I truly am sorry for everything.
No, he's not.
All right.
Lies.
I'd like you guys to follow us on Twitter at BulletCast, tweet us questions, and then subscribe to the YouTube channel, The BulletCast. Email us, BulletCast2 as in the number 2, sweet, SWEET, at gmail.com. We're not new to this. We're true to this. We're not a good podcast. We're not a bad podcast. We are the podcast, BulletCast. This is our yard now.
Yeah, boy.
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.